The Stanford 2026 AI Index report proves that pouring $500 billion into supercomputers results in software that can ace a PhD-level science exam, but, cannot read a wall clock.
Yeah.
We're tearing apart the 2026 AI Index data from Stanford AI, SiliconANGLE, and KQED to separate actual technological dominance from corporate secrecy and environmental drain. The U.S.-China rivalry feels like a heavyweight boxing match, where one fighter is throwing stacks of cash and the other is throwing patents. The U.S. spends $285.9 billion compared to China's $12.4 billion, but the models are like trading top benchmark spots.
Foreign AI talent entering the U.S. dropped 80% last year due to $100,000 H-1B visa fees. The government prices out the exact engineers required to keep the software efficient.
Wait, 80%? That is a massive drop-off for a single year.
Building an intelligence system requires brilliant human minds to write elegant code. Without that imported brain power, tech companies pivot to brute force computing. They stack thousands of processors in warehouses and hope sheer electrical volume compensates for the missing human capital.
Are these private models actually getting smarter or just heavier? Throwing more electricity at a server rack does not automatically equal innovation.
90% of models are completely locked down. Stanford tracks a transparency index scoring how much tech companies reveal about their inner workings. That score plummeted to 40 out of 100.
So they are actively hiding how these systems operate behind closed doors.
Google and OpenAI refuse to disclose their training code or their hardware usage. Hiding the blueprints conceals the grotesque physical costs. Grok 4 training generated emissions equal to driving 17,000 cars for a year.
Oh, wow. Reading a data center's megawatt consumption feels abstract until you try getting a drink of water in California. Cooling GPT-4o servers requires enough water to hydrate everyone in Los Angeles and San Francisco combined.
These server farms generate blistering heat. Facilities evaporate drinking quality municipal water around the clock just to stop the silicon processors from melting into slag.
You pay for that corporate infrastructure with your city's survival resources. Diverting lakes into server farms triggers a massive public backlash regarding the human cost of this technology. 73% of AI experts claim the software helps jobs. Only 23% of the public believes them.
Software developer employment for ages 22 to 25 dropped nearly 20% since 2024. The public sees the reality on the ground.
The entry-level jobs are already vanishing.
Companies eliminated the junior coding roles. They fired the young developers who historically learned the trade by doing the grunt work. Replacing entry-level staff with algorithms saves short-term salary costs while destroying the talent pipeline.
The experts celebrating job creation are insulated executives.
The public fearing job destruction are the workers receiving severance packages.
The tech industry is trading human entry-level jobs and city-sized water supplies for opaque models that still fail at folding laundry.
Ask yourself whether the real digital divide lies between rival nations in this boxing match or between the private companies hoarding the training code and the 22-year-old coders they just knocked out.
Bori, goodbye.